Through the chair, I'd also just like to provide some clarification regarding the 2023-2024 Student Discipline Data Report from DESE. There are 3 points I'd like to make. The first is that, just for clarity, the percentage of students, so for those who don't see it right now, and unfortunately the website is currently under maintenance, which is really unfortunate, it lists the number of students total in the district, the students disciplined, and then it has percentages for in-school suspensions, out-of-school suspensions, and then it has a drop-down menu for all offenses, and then you can break it down by offense type. The percentages within that, whenever it's broken down by offense type, is not the percentage of entire offenses that have received an in-school suspension or an out-of-school suspension. It's the percentage of the student body committing that offense who then received that disciplinary resolution. So for instance, if it was for, let me pull up an example here. For illegal substances, for instance, one of the drop-down items, if it was 1% of out-of-school suspension, that would be 1% of all of the student body received an out-of-school suspension for illegal substances. Point 2 is that the way DESE calculates these numbers, it is possible for there to be instances and not show up on the dashboard itself. The reason for that is if there are so few instances relative to the entire student body, it rounds down to 0. So if there's a percent of instances where it's between 0.0 and 0.05, that gets rounded down even though those instances are still recorded by the district, submitted to DESE, and appear on DESE's log. And lastly, I just want to clarify too, when we were talking about risk ratios in part of the presentation, that word was used to describe the different rates of student discipline. I just want to clarify the reason that there are higher rates of students disciplined from different racial and ethnic groups has to be interpreted in light of the fact that those groups make up different proportions of the student body, and that's what the risk ratios counter for, is the fact that those groups make up different proportions, so looking at the raw numbers alone isn't an accurate comparison to the other student groups. Thank you.